my childhood hobby of collecting race cars came back,
Oh,
just not in the form that you might expect from a NASCAR related podcast. I
yeah.
did actually order my my first two die casts in over a decade, but the number I bought is not going to be shared, but it was a five car set. Bought more
Okay.
than five. And I have them right here. The so I don't know if how much you follow Hot Wheels cars. Um, but
Not very.
they have the mainline diecast. Those are ones you get for like $1 at the store.
Right.
And then they have Silver Series. These are about
Okay.
like $3 a car. So, you know, a little bigger dip for the
Wildly
wallet.
expensive.
Um, um, Hot Wheels accelerators. You can't really see because the light. But um, we talked about this before the podcast. A lot of people got into racing because of the movie Cars. Um,
Get into
I mean,
racing
I
because of
love cars.
accelerators.
I got into racing because of Hot Wheels accelerators.
Nice.
And I've said it before, it's the greatest racing movie other than Speed Racer. And so these cars, can I go into a little bit of a history lesson
Sure.
here?
Sure. It's off season.
It's off season. Um, these were created for the 35th anniversary of Hot Wheels, which was like
Nice.
2004,
Yeah. A while ago.
2003, 2004. They made a movie called Highway 35, Hot Wheels World Race.
Oh, sick.
It was five teams, seven cars each, totals to 35. See you getting putting the dots together.
Yeah.
Um, and it was peak. It was peak fiction. The animation was a little goofy, but
It was 2004.
it's 2004. I watched it a couple years later. I didn't watch it for the animation. I watched it for the cars going fast.
Right.
Um,
Which is all a kid ever watches that for.
exactly. Then for more hour-long specials on Cartoon Network came out called Hot Wheels Acceleracers.
Man,
There's
I wish they would do that
four of them.
nowadays with stuff. 4 hour long specials? Are
And
you kidding me?
when we populate the Discord a little bit more, link in description, we'll do a watch along.
Glad you said that because I will put the link in the description.
Do that.
Link in
Um,
description for YouTube. Can I is a link gonna work in like Spotify descriptions
yeah.
and stuff?
Yep.
It'll
Well,
be
will
there
it?
too then.
Every description. But
We're gonna put it on a link tree.
yep, we'll do everything.
Is
Um,
there a Discord URL section on the TikTok?
you could make a invitation. But anyway, so they released these cars. Um, they did a couple of waves of them while the movies were coming out. And some of these cars are almost unattainable because of how much money they are on like
Hmm.
eBay and secondhand sellers.
Right.
I had a couple. I probably gave them away or sold them or passed them down to like family friends. I didn't know at the time. I just, I stopped watching or I stopped playing with Hot Wheels cars and I didn't realize the gold mine I had on my hand.
Right.
So the community for these movies is so strong. People all my age and probably a little bit older, and your age, obviously, we're the same age.
Right.
The community was so strong and so adamant and passionate for these movie series that are 20 years old that Hot Wheels released five cars and I bought them all. And
Nice.
they're sick. This
So these are
dude,
these are fresh releases.
these are new. And obviously they're not going to sell as much like for as much money. And I didn't get them to
Right.
sell them. I bought a few of each just in case like, hey, they're selling for like $10,000 in the future. And then you know what?
Yeah.
A little bit of investment opportunity. But I bought a set that I could open, put on my desk, dropped it.
You bought three sets? Set you could open, set you could collect, and set you could sell.
I don't even want to say I'm selling them because like
Set you could potentially
big
sell.
controversy on the subreddit.
Really?
But I have one. But dude, you can't tell me this isn't one of the sickest cards you've ever seen. Reverb.
That's pretty dope.
From, I bought a set, dude.
It looks like a 1970 like six Ford Torino Talladega with a Corvette C6 rear.
Mm. Dude, the new Corvettes they're now rear engine and
Yeah.
like Loki
I
have the
think they're
same
technically mid-engine, but yeah.
mid engine. Dude, rear engines aren't a thing.
Rear engine and mid-engine is the same thing. I never
The engine's in
understand
the
that.
back of the car.
Right.
It's in the back of the car.
Right. It's just like you move the driver's seat a little bit forward and call it good. Like you still,
Right.
either way, you still have no trunk space. I don't understand that.
Well, the trunk's in the front.
Yeah, but that's a frunk. It's different. That you have frunk space now. But you have a
As
frunk with
as Post
with
Malone famously said, trunk in the front like Dumbo. He put a curse word in there, but family friendly podcast.
right, right, right. We try to be anyway. Um, my
We have a tally going. I have cursed significantly more times than you.
my my I don't know what to say here. My financial contribution to society in the form of a vehicle type payment. Number one is this. Diecast of the episode. It's pretty sick. And
Say that again.
slightly, I said I think it's slightly sick.
You cut out a second, so I wanted to make sure you got everything
Oh,
across.
yeah, the number 71, Shane Smith WeatherTech Chevrolet Camaro. I think it's slightly
Nice.
sick.
I think it's cool.
Um, ever so slightly bigger than that. I don't know how much I can hide it. Oh, I can hide it pretty well.
Wow.
MP44. Yeah, and the crowd goes wild. Um,
One of my dream sets that I'm not going to spend $80 on.
I spent not $80. I don't know how, but Target had it for 67, and I
Well,
saw discount.
maybe I'll get a Black Friday deal from
That is
Santa
true.
Claus.
Engine cover. By the way, the engine cover is removable. That's dope.
That's cool.
You get this, and here and here. I don't know how well you can see that. Yeah, blue, yellow, and green. That's the colors of the Brazilian flag. Aaron Senna was Brazilian. I
Hmm.
love little Easter eggs like that that Lego does. Like
Oh, I
I think
love
with
it.
the Starry Night set, they put in a little Italian flag somewhere. So I think
Hmm.
Van Gogh's Italian. Have to double check me on that one. With the space set, the Creator Series space set, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
All um like fan submitted ideas that Lego
Hmm.
liked and approved. People voted on it, and then Lego designed it. Like they refined the design a little bit and then released it. The guy that released the guy that designed the original space set, like the with the art set with like the spaceship going over like the Mars and all that
Hmm.
kind of stuff. He's from like Sweden or somewhere.
Yeah.
Um, he's from some European country. I can't remember what. But anyways, Lego did the same kind of thing as the McLaren that's now down there. I don't know why I'm pointing up here. Where they like in the just with a couple colored tiles, they hid the flag of his home country in like the base of it. So you can't see it like from the outside, but when you're building it, it's a nice little thing.
That's cool.
I think my favorite Lego um bit they do is they try there was at one point they tried to see how many frogs they could hide into a set. So that's why a lot of times like there
Mm.
was a like they did a medieval castle and they hid a frog like behind the toilet. And then they were like bonsai tree. Bam. I don't know if you know about the bonsai tree.
Is that the set that it has the water in every single, it's just like
No,
the tiny stud
no, there's no water
tiles?
in it. No. The bonsai tree has two variants. It has a pink variant, so like the cherry blossom,
Hmm.
and a green variant, which is like a regular old bonsai tree. You
Hmm.
can build either one. It comes with all the parts for both. But I mean, the only thing that changes is the leaf color. But crucially, the leaves are made out of tiny frogs. So
Oh,
the
oh.
entire Lego set Well, relatively speaking, the entirety of the leaves is all frogs. And
Right.
it's like, oh, you want to hide them? What if we just put them there?
That's pretty funny,
Also,
man.
I feel like it's worth mentioning. I have no stickers on the MP44 because I also bought the alternate sticker set so I can put Marlboro and Goodyear on there. And I didn't want to put any Lego stickers on it because I didn't know what stickers the alternate set replaced.
Uh, good to
Other
know.
than other than the sticker on the base right there, the base of the Ayrton Senna minifig.
I'll be the first one to say it. I'm definitely not the first one to say it. On this podcast, I'm the first one to say it. Why are we not just doing printed pieces?
Yeah, I don't I like that. So we talked about this before the episode went
We did.
on air.
It can't
Uh I got a printed piece there, on the printed piece, the rear wing's printed, and the front wing, all of that's printed. That is it. Oh, and the windscreen, you can barely see it has a Tog Heuer logo printed on the windscreen. Other than that, the entire rest of it is bare bones.
because I was thinking about it. Like, you know what?
Oh, and then
I
I
will
guess,
say,
sorry,
no,
the
you're good, man.
this piece, the front nose piece, this whole thing, it's printed red and white. Same with this piece back here,
Right.
but it's just a color change. Like as far as the actual like logos and stuff, those are the only
Hmm.
printed ones. And then there's the intake is a
Yeah.
little bit.
I have mixed feelings about stickers. I'll tell you why I like them, and I'll tell you why I don't like them. Why I don't like them, because I can't put them on straight.
Right.
Most guys can.
Most people can.
Well, my girlfriend, if I'm lucky enough for her to want to build Legos with me, she'll put the stickers on,
Right.
and they come out straight.
I have a friend
So
that's like that. I, matter of fact, I was actually on the phone with her earlier and I was telling her I was building her this set. She's like, let me put the stickers on. I was like, I guess if you want to come over and put the stickers on, sure.
it's an easy yes. That way I don't have to do the stickers. I don't like doing the stickers.
I don't
And she
mind doing
likes
the
doing it, so I
stickers,
might as well give it to her.
but I think it's like that inner autism that you keep telling me that I have is that like, because I can sit there, dude, like, I, I
It's
want to
just
peel one of these
analysis.
pieces off real quick. Dude, I'll sit there for like 10 minutes and I'll be like this, like up close with the thing, and I'm trying to figure out, all right,
You
this
got to
guy have
razor blade
fingers,
it.
and this guy, no, I do fingers.
No, you got to put it
Unless I
on.
need to get it off, then because there was
Or
a
an
piece
X-Acto knife, dude. Do an
I
X-Acto
was
knife.
I was building my buddy, so my roommate Tyrell, he bought the BMW double set, and
Dude, that's a cool one.
there are stickers that go on the hypercar windscreen. That was pretty dope. One of the stickers I didn't put on right, like I put it on it, and I was like, okay, cool. Looked back, and I was like, oh, that looks terrible. So I got his knife, and I hadn't put it all the way on, and so I just kind of picked at one of the corners and went, all right, cool. But
But
I almost always do the stickers by hand.
you take the sticker off, you put the corner of the sticker on the corner of your knife, and then you could aim it easier.
Yeah, but that's that's too much for my brain to handle. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I've
I
just
think you
never
could suck it up
like
for a minute rather
no,
than
because
having to
you're
look at.
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. However, that's just not how I've ever done it, and I can't
I
explain
started
why.
doing it recently.
And
Not
I
there,
probably will continue
there
to do
huge
use my
gap.
fingers.
There's a huge gap in me building Legos. I did it when I was 12, and now I do it when I'm 22. Been a long time. 23 now, but I probably started last year. 'Cause my girlfriend, I got surgery. I don't know if I've shared this for all six people listening.
I yeah,
I
I
got,
haven't heard this story, I don't think.
well, I got
Unless it's your
surgery in
wisdom
both of
teeth.
my legs a couple
No,
years
I haven't
ago.
heard this story.
You
Interesting.
didn't
I'm
know that?
learning things. No, I didn't know this.
December of 2022, I got surgery in both my legs. So
Did I know? No,
I
I
was
knew you were a
couch
boy.
ridden for a little bit. Yeah, we were boys back then. It's been a while.
Oh, we go way
Um,
back.
yeah. So, um, I had to sit on my couch and do nothing. I couldn't walk.
Right.
Cut open both of my legs. What else am I supposed to do?
What did you, out of curiosity, if you don't mind sharing, what caused the surgery?
So I had compartment syndrome in both of my legs, both my calves.
I've never heard of that. What is that?
So I'm not a medical expert, but from the way I've
Well,
come
your
to
girlfriend
understand,
is.
yeah, from where I've come
Good thing
to,
you've got her.
yeah, from my understanding, it's when your fascia or the muscle tissue around your
Mhm.
muscles doesn't expand properly.
Right.
And when
Like
you're
in
like
growth or like in working out or something.
in working out, like
Okay.
in when it's being used.
Right.
And I was a runner. I ran Division 1 track.
Right. I did know this
So
part.
yes. Now I'm washed up and I do a podcast. Um, but
Hey man,
obviously
I
you
played
need to
football, had a career-ending compound fracture on my arm.
ugh, that's how they get you. Look at us. But um, so obviously when you run, you need to use your leg muscles a lot, and I had it in
Typically,
both. So
yeah.
your calf has four muscle compartments. Both your
Right.
calves, there's eight total. Just a little quick 4 times 2 action.
This
Um,
one.
so all eight of my muscle compartments in my calves had compartment syndrome. So they
Ooh.
cut open the fascia so the muscles could expand properly. And when they're all, CS'd up, uh, it pinches the nerves and stuff and you lose feeling when you run. So my feet would be slapping on the road because like I can't really move my foot, so it's kind of just hanging there while I'm trying to run. That's actually, you know what? Like jokes aside, that I coincidentally took a athletic. It was for like a science credit. I took prevention and care of athletic injury, and we learned about compartment syndrome. And one of the telltale signs is like when you're running and your foot's just like slapping on the ground because you can't really control it on the way down. So it's kind of just like you hear it slapping,
Huh.
which makes sense.
Right. It
Also,
does.
just the sheer excruciating pain every time you run. That'll do it too. But um,
Yeah, usually if a guy is screaming ah! While he's running, that's a pretty
well,
good sign
it
that
wasn't
something's wrong.
like. Have you ever gone to the gym and did like the calf machine or just calf raises in general?
Yeah, I usually like do the ankle extension calf raise on the leg press, but yes.
So you do that a lot, and like your calves are burning,
Right.
right? That's how it felt running.
Ooh,
It was rough
like just from the jump or like after a couple
after a
minutes.
couple of minutes. Sometimes it didn't happen. Like sometimes I was feeling good and everything was open, but
And because you
a
did
lot
you
of the
did
time
cross country, right?
I trained cross country, I never raced. So technically, if I
Oh,
went back to
so
school, I
what
could run
was
cross country and
your
I'd be a freshman.
what did you race typically? 400 meter or hurdles or
800, 400.
oh, so you were more like a marathon guy, but not like cross country. Marathon and like you weren't doing 100-meter sprints, you were doing the longer races.
Well, so in track, there's sprints, there's mid distance, there's distance. The longest event in track is a 10K,
Hmm.
6 miles, 6.2. Um, I raced a couple 1500s, call it the metric mile, a couple 15s, but 800 was my thing. I did some. I started off as a 400 guy in college. Well, I was an 800 guy in high school, moved to the four, and then back up to the eight, and then the 15. So
So
that the 4 to 15 was kind of about half a
is
mile.
eight. I'm assuming four is probably mid distance. Is
That's the high end of a sprinter.
oh really?
Like,
So 8 and 15 are both still mid distance.
yeah, 8, 15.
So what's the lowest like distance runner as far as like length of a race?
So I guess you could. So 15 is like the cusp. I think you could consider it mid distance because a good mid distance runner should be able to run a good 15, but then also a good
Hmm.
distance runner should be able to run a good 15.
Right.
Um, it depends because there's a lot of overlap. So I was a 4 and 8 guy, but then on the team there was like 15 and 8 guys, and then on the team there was 5K and 15 guys. So
Right.
like
I see.
usually you have a kind of wheelhouse of like one event that you're good at, and then you should be able to do like one event higher and one event lower.
Right.
Obviously, you're not going to be as good as people who not dominate, or focus on that race.
Yeah.
But like if you run a steeplechase, it's 3,000 meters. If you do that, you should be able to run a good 5K. You should be able to run a good 15 because that's somewhere in the middle. But obviously, a
Yeah.
steeplechase is your speed. Like you train for it. So a good runner, like when I was in high school, which is 5 years ago, um, I could do anything from the mile down to I couldn't win 100, but if they needed to put me in the 100, I could run a
Needed a
decent time. Like
body.
I had leg speed.
Right.
But then when you get to college and everyone's a lot better, you don't necessarily have or need that range.
Yeah.
In high school, where, you know, you're not like it's just anyone on the team who wants to join, you could you do what you need to do because obviously like there's a lot more translation from like, oh, if we have a good 200 guy, if God forbid you need to put him in an 800, he's probably not going to be terrible.
Right.
But when you go to college, they recruit 200 runners and they recruit 800 runners. So you don't
Yeah,
need
because
to
in high
have,
school it's just kind of like who lives in the town.
right.
In college, like, me from South Carolina could be sitting next to a dude from Denmark.
Yeah, which is wild. I met a lot of people
Yeah,
from like
I've got a
different
buddy
countries.
that some of my best friends from my first year of college, which has been at I transferred a lot, but some of my best friends from there are non-American. Actually, like the only really friends that I speak to from that school are all non-American, except for like my ex-girlfriend. I'm still cool with her. But she followed me to my second college. But like, there's Jasper and Giannis, both from Germany, and then there's Sam, who's from the UK. He's a great dude.
I see.
I've got a video on my Snapchat of him getting mad at they gave us tablets, and that was like got you to stay for 4 years because after you graduated, it was yours.
Wow.
Um, but he was trying to do like either Google Sheets or Excel on the tablet, and he's sitting there and it's just like, it won't, it's not it, this this thing, it's not, it won't, and he's losing his mind. It was really funny,
Oh
but
yeah.
of course he's British, so he's like, this, it's not, it you know,
Oh God, they sound funny.
they do.
Couldn't imagine sounding like that.
Right. I couldn't imagine having a funny accent. God,
If
that'd
we have
be,
British viewers, I do not apologize. You sound funny.
yeah. If we ever,
Do you know the Shane Gillis bit when he's talking about people from Australia?
no.
I can't do an Australian accent, but I'll try. Um, he's like, he said he landed in Australia and some guy like took I was wearing a bucket hat. I thought it looked cool. And this guy took my hat and he was like a goth. And he's like, you can't be goth from Australia. You sound funny. He's like, what are you supposed to do? All day I think about death. Like, you can't do that. You sound funny. It's the fun. I'll send it to you after. But it's like it's such a it was just a Netflix stand-up special.
All
It's so
day I
funny.
think about death.
It's like and the whole thing is like they sound funny. It's kind of where I
That's
took the joke from.
fantastic. Yeah, no,
But like,
that's awesome.
it's so funny.
Also,
Europeans,
sidebar, speaking of comedians, um, I don't know if I've ever talked to you
communions.
about this. What?
You said communions. No one was talking about that.
You talking about like drinking the blood of Christ?
Apparently you are. You said speaking of communions.
Comedians. Oh my God, what a wild episode already. And
Ugh,
I don't even know how long we've been recording.
it doesn't matter. It's the off season.
No, it's the off season. Season of the geese, I guess. No, John C. Riley. Um, I want you to quickly, and viewers at home too, go on Google real quick and look up John C. Riley, the guy from Talladega Nights, and just go to Google Images and just kind of analyze his face for a minute. I'll give you couple seconds to get there.
Do you want
Okay,
me to pull it up on my phone so I could show the camera?
yeah, sure.
He looks a little
Bigger
funny.
guy, big nose, curly
I
hair.
a lot of people know who John C. Riley is. It's not
Yeah. Yeah, he's the other dude from from Talladega
Talladega
Nights.
Nights. Step Brothers.
Cal Naughton Jr. Was he in Step Brothers? I haven't seen Step Brothers. Ah, that's a movie I need to watch. That and
That would have
Super
been.
Troopers.
He's a good looking dude if you get the lighting right.
You squint hard enough. There he
Yeah,
is.
he's a good looking
There he
guy.
is. All right. Now that you've analyzed John C. Riley's face a bit, open up a
I'm not gonna
new
say I have
tab.
not.
Open
Open a
up a
new
new
tab.
tab
Okay.
and look up Wendell Scott. All of our viewers should know who that is. NASCAR podcast. Wendell, two D's, two L's, Scott, as in my lovely
Okay, so I
co-host.
can't share my first thought. My second thought is that he looks like John C. Riley.
He does. But here's the problem. John C. Riley's white. Wendell Scott is not, or was not.
They look identical.
They look identical.
It looks like John C. Riley had a controversial Halloween costume.
And apparently, from like, I don't know, family counts or something, they would have had a sort of similar like humor style.
Hmm.
So if they ever made a documentary about Wendell Scott, John C. Riley's the perfect guy to play it,
Well, he
except
looks
for the
just like him.
fact that he's white. He does. He looks just like him. And
Robert Downey Jr.
another
did it.
one, another one, yeah. Except this time without the racial discrepancy, is Shane Gillis and Tim Richmond. The original Tim Richmond, not Arca Driver. There's a specific picture too that makes him look just like Shane Gillis. I want to see if I can find it.
Let me see.
Like he's
I see it.
there. There was one picture that I saw on like Reddit one day
Is this one?
where no,
It looks like Shane Gillis with a mullet.
he does. Um,
Who's a cool dude.
Might have been this picture. He looks just like
Yeah.
I gotta repost it. TikTok notification. He looks just like Shane Gillis with a mustache and a mullet. But no, that picture you pulled up, now that I'm seeing it a second time, does look a lot like him.
Now, you bring up an interesting point that I'm going to
And
segue
apparently,
to.
again, Tim Richmond and Shane Gillis had similar personalities.
That so there's a lot of biopics
I
coming
think
out.
she, I think they should make a Tim Richmond.
Would be cool.
I think
If Bruce Springsteen can get a biopic,
right. Leonard
he's alive and
Bernstein
well.
got a biopic. Have you
Who
seen
did?
the Leonard Bernstein, the composer
No.
and conductor? He's a classical music guy, um, which is how I know of him. Real big nose, um, wild hair, like Einstein, but less hair. Um, really like fantastic guy in the world of classical music. Outside of classical music and at home, not so much. But he had a biopic done, and um, oh God, Bradley Cooper played him. And matter of fact, they gave him they had him wear a prosthetic nose. Um, but it's on
That's
Netflix.
funny.
It's called Bernstein. Um,
Oh, that makes sense.
like yeah. I want to find a good picture with his nose. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Bradley Cooper here, Leonard Bernstein.
Turn your brightness all the way down.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper here, I'm pretty sure, and then that's actually Leonard Bernstein. That might actually still be
Got it.
Bradley
Yeah.
Cooper.
I'll be honest, in a
Oh, it definitely
biopic, I feel
was.
like the likeness doesn't matter
Oh no, they called it Maestro, not
as much
Bernstein.
as the acting.
Right. I feel like I don't know. In a biopic, I would argue like likeness does matter a lot.
I would sacrifice likeness for acting skills.
Well, and you're never gonna get 100%. You know, like I don't think, and maybe I'm wrong here. I don't think what's his name? Timothy Chandelier looks a whole lot like um oh, what's that
Bob
dude's
Dylan.
name? Bob Dylan.
But he played him fantastic.
He did. He did a great job.
He
Like
also
so
marketed the heck out of that movie.
yeah. Like I saw the trailer for it in the theater when I was watching, I don't know, I think like Transformers 1 or something. And I was like, that looks cool.
Could I ask a question?
Sure.
Why are you seeing Transformers 1 in... Oh,
Transformers
wait.
1, the
The
name of the
new
movie,
movie was just
Transformers
called...
1.
Was
Yeah, it
just
was called
called...
Transformers. It's almost entirely CGI,
I'm a
like
little
more so
slow.
than it normally is. Because it's set in it's a prequel to Bumblebee.
Wait, so they weren't actual robots?
Well, they had to make Krypton, not Krypton. I'm still in DC. They had to make Cybertron somehow. Sorry, I was just watching what was I just watching? The Flash, the movie, not the show. Um,
Show's a lot better.
sidebar, sidebar, show is a lot better. I don't like the show, but I really don't like Ezra Miller
Tell you,
as a
that's a
as,
popular opinion.
as a person and as an actor. Like I was watching it, I was like, God, I hate this dude's acting.
Brothers in everything though.
Also, sidebar of the sidebar, because I've turned myself into a DC guy. Um, you know how in Spider-Man No Way Home they had Tobey Maguire and the other guy whose name I cannot remember to save my life come back?
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield. They had both of them come back, and it was like a huge moment.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen The Flash, the movie?
No.
Do you plan on seeing it?
How long ago did it come out?
Came out, well, so it was planned to come out in 2018, which is
Yeah,
before Spider-Man No Way Home, which is what I'm getting to, but I'll get to it later. It ended up coming out in 2021.
it's 4 years. You could spoil it.
All right, cool. It has Michael Keaton and George Clooney, who both played Batman in it.
Wow.
And it did the whole older actors playing the same character coming back thing before Spider-Man No Way Home did, but it was released after because of all the crap going on with Zack Snyder and Warner Brothers, and then every everything that happened with Ezra Miller in like 2020 with like the grooming allegations, the
Brother,
harassment
they were not
stuff going on,
allegations, they were facts.
the grooming, the physical assault that he did on something, the breaking and entering apparently that he
The
did.
kidnapping, the crossing
Yeah,
state lines while kidnapping. It was
right.
a
All
lot.
of the above.
I will say though, they might have done it first, but the chemistry between the three Spider-Men, mans, is it
Yeah,
Spider-Men
and
or Spider-Mans?
Spider-Man,
Spider-Mans.
Spider-Man, because
Spider-Mans.
Batman is Batman. Well, and
No, I would say it's Batman's.
to further support my argument, Spider-Man is two words. It's really dumb and I hate it, but Spider-Man officially is two words.
Has a hyphen.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't have a hyphen? Oh wait,
I believe.
is the big debate that it doesn't have a hyphen?
Oh, my brightness is way too far down. I'm pretty sure Spider-Man does not have a hyphen. It does have a hyphen. You're right. Oh, this changes things because now I don't
It
know.
does have a hyphen. See, I was right.
Yeah, no, I just said that. Now I don't know if it
Well,
should
I'm
be
saying it
man.
again.
Now I don't know if it should be mans or men because it's hyphenated.
I don't know.
I still think men because
Spider-Man's.
I think man's in any context is dumb unless you're like, "Mm, that's my man." But even that, I'm like,
Yeah, but
shut
see,
up.
that's not what we're doing.
Right.
But
But I'm
that's
saying
also only
that's
one man. That's only one man. So that's
mm-hmm.
not a plural.
Right.
That's just like
But
man's like.
but this is plural. And
Hmm.
plural of man is men.
But the full name is Spider-Man. It's the full name is Batman. It's Superman.
Right, but let's
So
say
if there
you
were
had two of them.
multiple, if there's more than one Superman, it wouldn't be Superman because the full name is Superman. So it's Superman's. You see what I mean?
Yes, but no.
You see,
You bring
let,
up a
let me,
good point, but
I'll lay it
like
out. I'll lay it out.
I feel like
I'm breaking
I
out the
don't know how
box
to
of pens
say
for
what
this.
I'm trying to think of. I
Well,
feel like it
you
would
won't
still
have
be
to because I'm gonna change
men.
your mind real quick with my
Because like
pens.
Wonder Woman would be Wonder Women.
I don't think so.
I
Because
would
look,
think so.
ready? Spider-Man. Second Spider-Man. Third Spider-Man.
Uh-huh.
Now, are these spiders? Are they men, or are they three Spider-Man plural? They're not in a category of men. that
Well,
is
see now
Spider. It's
now we're getting onto the
Spider-Man's.
debate of the name is on the nose. It's a man with the powers of a spider, Spider-Man. And
It's
so
it's not though
that
because that's his title. It's not his description, it's his title.
it's a description that turns into a title. I mean, dude, even in The Flash, they talk about Superman because they're like, he can shoot lasers out of his eyes. He can fly. Wow, he's a Superman. That name's a little on the nose, don't you think? Like that is an actual line of dialogue.
It's a description, but that description became the title. Now I'll tell you, if there's a superhero who dresses in green, has a bunch of spikes on him, and they call him
Green
Captain
Spike.
Cactus, and there's two of them, are they Captain Cacti, Captain Cacti, or are they multiple Captain Cactuses? Cactuses.
I feel like there's a difference between a title and a name,
Right.
you know? So like Batman is a title. Superman's a title. Wonder Woman, a title. Doctor Doom, Doctor Manhattan, those are names, right? And with the name, I feel like you can pluralize it. Because like, let's say, let's say you're my foreman, right? We're construction workers. You're my foreman, right?
Hmm.
But then Greg comes in. Greg's a foreman at a different construction company. And the two of you together are two foremen.
Hmm. Foreman, foreman. Hmm.
Is foreman in the sense that I'm trying to say an actual word? Because it might be a really
Well,
bad
that
example.
is a there's a pre-existing plural to that word.
What do you mean by that? Pre-existing plural.
Like it's a noun, it's a word that's not it's a title, but the same way teacher is a title. Like teacher is a word like Spider-Man isn't a word, it's just the person's name, you know? Like Spider-Man
No, I
doesn't
think
exist out the
Spider-Man's the
context. Spider-Man doesn't exist outside the context of the superhero. Teacher could be,
he just happens to be the only one. It's like the president.
but no, he's the only Spider-Man because that's his name. Teacher is a
No,
noun. Foreman's a
he's the
noun.
only one, as in he's the only one that has his power. Like there's not a
That's
single other person that has the little spider things in his hands
well,
and
someone
has
didn't
the
watch
spidey
Madam
sense.
Web, so
You're right, I didn't.
good. Keep it that way. But no, his name is Spider-Man. That's
Like
that's his
you know,
name.
Man Bat,
If he bought had one of those name tags that said "Hello, my name is," it would say Spider-Man. It
right,
wouldn't say "I am a Spider-Man." Like that's why people say, "Hey, look, it's Spider-Man," not "It's a Spider-Man."
right. But I still feel like it can be uh a title, right?
But I feel like
Because his
you have
name
a
is
title and
so
you have a
on the
person.
nose.
You have a name and you have a title. Someone gets the title that's like already existing in the realm of liter language, and you give them the title. There wasn't the title of Spider-Man that Peter Parker just got bit by a spider, and then he's like, "Oh, this is an apt fitting title that already exists in the dictionary." No, he said, "My
Well, and
name is now Spider-Man."
the superhero never comes up with his own name.
Well,
The
right, but
public always gives him his name.
that's now just
There's also the argument of Man Bat and Batman. So Man Bat, he's not Men
But
Bat,
hold on, before you go any further,
but that's
if
because
there's
that's his name.
if there's two people in there each called Man-Bat, are they Men-Bat or are they Man-Bats?
No, they're Man Bats because that's his name. But Batman, it's two Batman.
No, it's Batman's. Is this what the debate all podcast is going to be?
No,
Hey, listen, I'm not one of those people that's going to flex my SAT scores, but I'm going to flex my SAT score for a second. I got a perfect score on the grammar. It's Spider-Man's.
I don't know what my SAT score was on any of
If
it.
mine wasn't good, I just didn't get something wrong on the grammar. I got a lot wrong in other places.
I say this because uh Michael Keaton played a role in the movie, but George Clooney was only in the end credits scene. So like a lot of people still don't even know that George Clooney was actually in the movie.
Right.
Um,
Oh
and
yes,
like
go on with your
everybody,
original point.
yeah. So, but DC like had the idea to put it into film first
Right.
before Marvel did, but they executed it differently, and then the movie came out later because of again all the BS that was going on behind the scenes. Zack Snyder
Yeah.
leaving, Ben Affleck leaving, that kind of thing. Which Ben Affleck was there, but um, there was no hype around it, and I think the hype died because of Ezra Miller.
Hmm.
But I'm hopeful that because of how many IPs we've had of Spider-Man and Batman, that we can have one of those now with the new James Gunn reboot. We can have a Henry Cavill, hopefully, a oh God, what is his name? The dude that played the original Spider-Man in CGI form, if done right, cameo. We can have a George Clooney, Michael Keaton, Ben Affleck, maybe even Christian Bale, maybe even Val Kilmer, but I think he's dead, Batman, plus
I
whoever
think
he
he is.
casts as the new one.
I can't imagine that it's in the budget to have all of them. As cool as
Might
it
be.
would be.
It might be. It's James Gunn.
It is James Gunn.
James James Gunn can convince a lot of people to do a lot of things.
So could Ezra Miller. We might have to cut that one out.
No, that's staying in. That's staying in. That was
Oh,
too funny to leave out.
my mom watches these.
Does she really?
No, she's going to though. This is gonna be
Okay,
the one she
I
starts
was
on.
gonna say your mom might be. Well, let me not say that. My mom does not watch these. I have to text my sister again. It's 8:30. She's
Mm,
not responded to me in 4 days now. Well,
wow,
she's responded. It is three. She might not respond to this one.
it's messed up.
Let's get into NASCAR stuff. I've got a few bullet points. Um,
Oh yeah, that.
the biggest current news. Oh, she did respond. Wow, the first time in 4 days.
Actually, you know what?
Um,
Can I,
sure,
before we get into that?
absolutely.
Oh no, did I lose the?
Oh no.
I might have lost. Hold on, I could find it really quick. But Autosport.com released their six finalists for Driver of the Year,
Yeah,
and I
you're
think
telling me about
it's a
this.
little controversial.
It is. It's
It's a
quite
little controversial. I
It's
have someone sent it in a Discord server I'm in.
it's
Okay,
like what's 2.6? That's a what's it's
so
33%
Formula One, half Formula One,
no, but it's 33%.
McLaren,
What is the word that was just used? It's a C word. It just escaped me.
Captain Cactus, Cacti,
No, the one where it can cause problems.
controversial.
Jesus. It's
Oh my God.
33% controversial.
Uh, I would say it's okay. So do you want me to give you the list?
Yes. And I bet
Lando
I can guess
Norris.
the Formula One drivers.
Yeah, they're very easy to guess. It's top three points.
Lando, Oscar, and
Lando,
Verstappen.
Oscar Piastri, Max Verstappen,
Right.
Alex Palou,
Okay.
Oliver Rowland, Formula E, and then Mark Marquez from MotoGP. And you know what? In the wise words of Bob Does Sports, hand up of accountability, I was not familiar with Mark Marquez because I don't watch like I'll put it high.
I don't watch MotoGP, and
I
I've
don't watch it
not
either, and I was
watched.
not familiar with his story.
I
But
haven't watched
after
Formula E in
doing
a
some more
long time.
research, he should win it. Him or Palou are
Close
my.
done. Fantastic. What is? Tell me about Mark Marquez.
He's a MotoGP driver.
Right.
He, I have some stats pulled up here. I have a timeline of his career that I created for this episode.
Nice.
He,
Do you want to share your screen for this?
no.
Okay.
So he's a seven-time MotoGP world champion.
Wow.
This past year, in 2025, being his
Seventh.
latest, obviously. Well, not obviously. He could have won it last year. But in 2020, He had a crash. He broke his right arm, his humerus bone, and then he had a difficult phase of
Not
injuries and
funny.
recovery. So the next year he returns, gets one win, but he's clear he's not the same.
Right.
2 years he leaves Honda, his current team. He joins Ducati, and this year he won his seventh championship. Now I'll give you some stats.
Sure.
Out of 17 races, he won 11 of them.
Wow.
And I guess MotoGP has sprint races as well. So out of 17 sprint races, he won 14 of them.
Wow.
10 times he won the Grand Prix and sprint in the same week, same
Wow.
weekend. He won 8 out of 17 poles and 18 out of 34 fastest laps.
Wow.
Now, that being said, I'm not going to give it to the third best Formula One driver this season over that. I'm not going to give it to the second best Formula One driver. So
Right.
but also the Formula One season is not over yet. It's far from it. We're actually maybe we could talk about this in another episode about how great the Formula One title race is coming down to. But
Much too much.
one, why are you doing it like every racing season will be over soon, so just wait a little bit. There's
Right.
3 races left in Formula One. Why not wait? Um, unless maybe the voting is for a couple of weeks and they leave it open. But also, it's autosport.com. It's not the end all be all
Right.
of who the best driver is.
Because I don't, so if those are the six finalists, I don't like that half of it is Formula One drivers.
I hate it.
I'd be,
I
I'd
would
be
put Kyle Larson over the second and third Formula One
right. Like
drivers.
I'm
He
fine
won
if it's like,
championship.
I'm fine if it's like you have Mark Marquez, Alex Palou, the Formula E dude, like Larson, Zilich, maybe even Heim, um,
I
and
wouldn't
then
put Heim,
like
but I could
no,
put Zilich.
yeah, and then maybe like a guy from like Rally or something, like one guy from every kind of motorsport if there
I would
is an
do
applicable.
the current, either the reigning or current, like whoever had just won the championship in the 2025 season of every
Right,
motorsport.
right,
And that's
and
kind
then
of
it's
what they
like
did.
at this point, if you have those three F1 drivers, it's like all right, fine, it's because the season's not over. It's different.
Any of them could win.
We're waiting. Those three are still in the race. That's fine. But to have it to be like it's definitely one of these three and definitely one of these other three, and that is it, that sucks.
But
Because then at the
I
end of the
also,
season, it's like, all right, cool, it's not those two.
right. And I wouldn't give it to any three of them right now because if you pull up Alex Palou stats, which I did, so I came prepared.
Because like I'd be like, I'd take your idea, right? Have every guy that's won the championship this year over here in this section. Like these are guys that are definitely in consideration. And then you have the three current Formula One drivers in contention for the championship over in this section. Like these three guys, whichever one wins will be in this, and then we take the vote from this part, right?
Hmm.
But it's not all three of them are already over here because you know they can drive a car without fenders really fast.
Right. But I'll give you the reason why I would have it narrowed down to Palou and Marquez. Because Palou this season,
I think he
he
didn't
won,
win what, two races?
no, he won half the races. He won 8 out of 17.
Oh,
He
I thought he won more
podiumed
than that.
11 out of 17 races, top 5, 12 out of 17, top 10, 13 out of 17. So, and then poles, he won 6 out of 17 points, 711. Um, Obviously, he has less wins than Marquez in the same length season. Yeah,
Not if it's 17 races. I don't know. I'd consider it less because well, it's still less wins, but Mark Marquez has a double his 34 races
true. Sprint
with
races.
sprints and yeah,
Um,
but he
and
still
I don't know
won
how
more.
competitive the MotoGP landscape is,
That is another thing because I was gonna be like, well, I'd give it to Mark Marquez anyway because I can't imagine driving on two wheels as a career. Like that's got to be
especially after
crazy difficult.
just I know you For an award
But
like this, you
again,
shouldn't
if
take in
you've got
other
Helen
seasons.
Keller field fillers, then I can probably win. But if it's like
I make the
if
joke
the
a
if
lot. Helen Keller could win a championship in the McLaren,
right if
and Lando Norris is the second best thing.
if the MotoGP field is filled with the NASCAR field and how its parity was, then it'd be a different conversation. Then it's like, okay, Mark Marquez is far and away the best driver there.
Hmm. I think Pillow, actually, I haven't looked up the Formula E guy's stats. Let me, because maybe he had a, I will find it really quick. It's, do-
While you do that, I'll get to a couple bullet points that are quick.
yeah, do that.
Um, Ryan Sieg Racing is going to Chevy, back to Chevy.
I didn't know he left.
Sigma is an ARCA team. Yeah, they went to Ford last couple years. Sigma Racing is an ARCA team. They bought AM Racing, which is the team Harrison drove for, Harrison Burton. I know him personally.
Nice.
Viking bought or acquired all of Colleague's Xfinity equipment, and they are now a Haas affiliate. Um, Hocevar. So Spire is going to have two, maybe even three full-time trucks next year, and Carson Hocevar is going to be in one of those, and he's going to drive the entire season until this kid named Tristan McKee, or maybe no, it's not Maggie. Tristan McKee turns 16 in August. Once he turns 16, Hocevar's back in the cup just on Sundays, and then
Yeah.
Tristan McKee's in. I think the reason for this, or the reason that they're able to do this, is because that NASCAR still has a limit on they extended how many driver or how many races a cup driver can do in a lower series to what, like 7, 10? But the limit only applies to drivers that have been in the Cup Series for 3 years or more.
Yeah.
And Hocevar is in what, his second year, so he can run the whole freaking season.
Yeah. I, we talked about this a little before the podcast, and I'll reiterate the point I made to you. I said I would prefer Hostfar being in the truck as opposed to another hopeful who like is
Yeah,
still working his way up because it's predetermined that this kid is going to get the seat when he turns 16. So
right.
you don't
And
want
it's just
someone
a
who
it's just a seat holder, seat warmer.
exactly. I would rather have someone who has a seat somewhere else hold that seat for him so it's not like you're taking it away no matter how good he does.
Yeah,
Hostfar has a
and
ride on Sunday. He's not going to be upset that he can't race on Friday.
I'm kind of on both sides here, like, or at least I understand both sides. Like, as a team owner, you want that car to score the best owner points, especially if you know you're going to switch the driver out towards the end of
Hmm.
the season. So put the best guy you know that you can in the truck. Hocevar is going to be successful probably in that truck. He might win boatload of races. So yeah, put him in the truck. It's a no-brainer. However, from the fans' perspective, oh my God, here we go. Cup guy is going to win the race again, and it's a truck race. So it's I can see both arguments. I don't like
I've
it
never
from
cared
a
about
fan
that.
perspective, really.
I'll explain to you why when you're done.
I've never cared for drivers that um are there to race the Cup Series. Like, that is their goal. I've never really enjoyed them going, like, back in the day of bushwhacking when drivers could claim points in any and all series. Like when Kevin Harvick was full-time Cup Series in 2001 because of Dale Earnhardt, and then won the 2001 Busch Series championship.
Hmm.
Which I know that's different because he was a rookie, but whatever. Like Kyle Busch going and winning a lot in the Truck and Xfinity series, which a lot of people didn't like him for. I'm guilty of that. In
Right.
it for accountability. I didn't like Kyle Busch for that reason. Um, so I'm not a huge fan of a guy that's supposed to be in Cup coming back to trucks just to stink up the show. But also, again, I get it. It's not necessarily for his benefit. It's going to be beneficial to him, but that's
Hmm.
not necessarily why he's doing it. He's got a ride. They just need somebody in that car for owner's points until the kid comes in.
Okay, I'll ask you this.
I feel like I know where you're going with this
I have a
because I
few.
feel like it's the similar point that Larson made a couple years ago about beating up on the younger kids every now and then just to kind of humble them. Um,
I mean, in a way.
gotta
Um,
cull the herd.
do you
Sounds
think,
awful.
hmm,
You gotta cull the herd.
what does that mean?
Cull the herd. You gotta kill the weak.
Oh, yeah,
You ever
natural
played
selection.
Far Cry
Nope,
5?
I didn't
Good
play
Far
one
Cry
through
game.
four.
Dude, dude, Far Cry 5. I got that like randomly. It was on like EA Play. It's set in freaking Montana. Great game.
That's
I
sick.
was
Who
gonna
doesn't love
100%
Montana?
it. I got like 80% through 100%ing it, and then I put it down and had to make the.
Can't win them all. But I have a few points. Do you
Sure.
think there's anyone in the truck series whose end goal in their racing career is to win the truck championship? What do you think their end goal is?
Is to go to Cup.
Right. You could almost say the same thing for the Xfinity Series championship. Like I'm sure if you ask Justin Allgaier, his main goal is to win the Xfinity Series championship and do everything he
He
can for
could
junior motorsports. But if you wanted to,
he
obviously
could go back
there's
to 2006 and have a ride, not have the Verizon and Sprint fiasco, and have a Cup Series ride.
right.
Would he do it? He'd probably take it.
Yeah. Like there's a reason he's racing in the Cup Series at Daytona. Like he can't afford.
That's another thing.
Right. But
Justin Allgaier's going back to Daytona next year.
that's true. We'll talk about that after.
Yes,
Do you think, do you remember um it was Darlington 2019, Ross Chastain versus Kevin Harvick. They were
I
racing
think.
I don't know if it was 2019, but it was
Oh,
the year that
in the
Ross
Xfinity
Chastain.
Series. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And then do you remember Larson versus Briscoe in 20
22.
22?
I think so.
Do you think Chastain and Briscoe got better in those two races than any other race that they raced against Xfinity regulars all
Oh
season?
no, that and yeah, that's another like
I
reason that it's beneficial.
do you
Because like
think
that's kind of I think Larson hinted on that in the comment that I was referring to. You
do you
know,
think when
it,
SVG goes down to race an Xfinity Series race at a road course, people follow him and learn more following behind him for 5 laps in practice than they do following anyone else the whole
no,
entire race?
and that is a very valid reason to support the argument. I don't like it from the perspective of, you know, like I don't want to see like Tom Brady, prime Tom Brady going back to Michigan for a game and just beating the snot out of Ohio State. You know, like I think the guys that are there for that season, like permanently in the span of that year, should be the ones that win the races. I totally agree with the getting better because of drivers that are better than you, you know. I like and I support that. It's I don't want to see top drivers never run an Xfinity race. That's not the
Yeah.
argument I'm supporting. I don't like it when they have free reign to do all 34, 25 races, 33 or 25 races.
Oh yeah, I
I
don't think they should race everything, but
when they got limited down to five, I was of the group that was um celebrating because now it's like they have to choose what races they want for experience, and then it gives
hmm
the Xfinity guys more chance to win a
win.
race. Because I think in the bushwhacking race, or not race, bushwhacking video that like I think the Iceberg put out, he said something that it was along the lines of like in 2004 or six or something
hmm
when back in the days of prime bushwhacking, like Xfinity regulars, whatever year it was, an Xfinity regular won like three of the 30 something races.
hmm
All the rest were won by Cup guys. Usually it was like Harvick, Boyer, Bush, Woodwards. Like those, I think, were the main four guys that were really stinking up the show down in the lower series,
Yeah,
or at least in the Bush series.
right.
So, like, I see your point, and I agree with your point. I like that stance. Like, I support that. Right? I don't like, like I mentioned earlier, or let's say like I don't want to see what is the dude's name? Patrick Mahomes go back to Texas Tech just for the playoffs here. I mean, obviously it's
It's different, obviously. But you
yeah,
know what?
and
I
you're
will
not allowed to do the playoffs
obviously the
anyway.
playoffs, no go. And
Right. But
a
I don't want
win
to
in
see
college
Patrick
football is so like
Mahomes.
lucrative, so it's a little different. But let's just say it was a full season. I bet you though, if Pat Mahomes played, where did he go? Michigan, you said?
Pat Mahomes
Doesn't
went to Texas Tech.
okay, so he went back to Texas Tech and he played a game or he practiced with them. And then the post game interviews, I bet you every single player says, "Wow, like I learned so much today."
Right.
Defense,
But then you
offense and
have
defense.
but then you have like if he played the game, then you're going to interview the normally starting quarterback and he's like, "Yeah, I didn't play a snap. It sucked." Like, yeah, I learned a lot, but I didn't play at all. I didn't get any playing time.
Yeah, I don't know. It's Pat Mahomes. I feel like you can sit on the bench for one game to learn, but also it's different. It's not how that works in
But
NASCAR. Like
especially
you don't
now you
take a
get
seat from
paid.
someone else.
Now you get
Yeah,
paid. So like
now you get paid. Missed that
uh
one.
I don't know. Like I wouldn't want to see Texas Pat Mahomes go to Texas Tech and just beat the snot out of like Kansas State, just to be like, let me relive the good old days or, see what these young kids are up to or, something like that.
Right. And
Because
I'm not
that's
saying there should be able to unlimited race an unlimited amount. Obviously, there should be a limit. And it's
right.
fine what it's at now. Like whenever you
Yeah.
want to race, they could race. Like if you pick a couple of races here and there.
And again,
And they never take
I'm
a ride away from another guy. That's the thing.
yeah.
And I think
Um
specifically in this one situation with Carson Hocevar, it's the right move. That way you're not taking
yeah,
a seat away from someone who
it is
earned it.
like my argument is that it is the right move. It just kind of blows a little because I have a
Yeah.
feeling Carson Hocevar is going to be really successful
What team was
and
this
it's
again?
gonna what
What team?
Spire.
Okay, yeah, they do have good trucks.
Yeah. So he's gonna be successful and it's probably gonna overshadow somebody. Like because Heim maybe part-time Xfinity next year, or I guess O'Reilly. I think we gotta start getting in the habit of saying the O'Reilly series now. Um, we don't know. He doesn't have a full-time ride for next year as of right now. So let's say he's part-time O'Reilly series. So, I don't know, maybe Lane Riggs has a breakout year, but we might not see that as clearly or maybe even at all because Hocevar's there winning every week.
Uh-huh.
That's my thing about it is I don't want someone to get overshadowed because you have this cup regular coming up. And yeah, he's saving a seat for this kid. And once the kid comes up, he's out and he's going to get owner points. It's going to help the team so that the team has a good chance to win the owners championship. But, you know, let's say Lane Riggs, if Hocevar is not there, let's say Lane Riggs wins 10 races next year. But if Hocevar is there, let's say he only wins like three. It's like, wow, uh, because I don't even know how many we won this year, but I think it was more than three.
If the way he's dominating, well, second place to Corey Heim in my truck career in NASCAR 25, he's doing pretty good.
Speaking of that, I saw a lot of people on Reddit were saying Tony Breidinger won the Truck Series championship while they were in ARCA.
Yeah, so if you could see the next series and they're champions, it's all random. Like Cody, like I saw a championship four that was like Ty Dillon, Cody Ware, and two other people. It's completely random. But I playoffed the heck out of Corey Heim in trucks. I won two races. One of them was the Martinsville cutoff race. No, I won what did win? I won the round of eight. Or no, is it the round of six in trucks?
No, it's not of
It's
eight. It starts with 12.
oh, because it was eight at one point, and then it was around a six.
It's
But
no, it's
it's 12-8, 4.
12, 10, 8, 4.
Oh, so
Maybe it's
um
12, 10, 6, 4.
I won the first race, and then there was Talladega, then there was Martinsville. And was it Vegas?
Right.
No, because they go to Vegas after. I don't know.
Yes, because Danny Hamlin won Vegas.
Yeah, but I won that race, and then That was my second win of the season. And Corey Heim had about 11 wins. I had two, and I won at Phoenix. Phoenix, by the way, is a great track in this game.
It is.
It's so good. I
Dude,
love it.
I was driving it
I
in
love it.
Arca. I was like, wow, I really enjoy Phoenix. And also, I've just really enjoyed Phoenix anyway. I really like what is now 1 and 2. I've always liked it because it's one of those corners where it's like really slow and you gotta wait, gotta wait, gotta wait, gotta wait. All right,
It's
gas now.
the off throttle time is perfection.
Right.
And
That's what I loved about it. Is you
and
go
like
in there, you hit the brakes, you let out the gas, and you let that son of a gun ride.
you feather the throttle and you just if there's someone on your inside and like because every line there is viable.
Yeah. Dude, there's been so many times I've gone there
Like I
a
could drive
line
it in,
below the
slide
apron.
up, and then come back in.
I've gone in on the apron, stayed on the apron the whole time, come up on the wall, still got past somebody. I found the top line works for me really well. I'll go in there against the wall and I'm a lane off the wall in the middle of the corner, and then I come out on the wall. I pass three guys.
It's good on this the restarts, but I mean I can't ride right up against the wall because the corner is not really built for that. But if I like enter mid and then slide up and then come back down, like you could ride it, dude. It is, dare I say, one of the best tracks in the game.
Yeah.
I enjoy the
I
plate racing. The plate racing is a lot of
got
fun.
to Lime Rock and am waiting. I'm waiting on a good paycheck so I can buy a sim rig so I can use a wheel because I hate Lime Rock on a controller.
Lime Rock Park can get hit with an earthquake tomorrow,
I won't
and
feel
I will
something.
celebrate. I
Right.
hate it. Rockingham, though, is a
Rock,
beautiful track. I love it.
great track.
It's a you could run anywhere there. Oh
Dude,
my God. I have a funny I'm
random
gonna tell you
track
this
that
funny
I've
story.
come to hate that I used to love, Bristol.
I'm indifferent. Dover's a lot of fun, I'll be
I haven't
honest.
gotten to Dover. Dude,
North
in the heat
Wilkesboro is a fun
games,
track.
in the oh my God, I told you about my North Wilkesboro thing, right? I told the NASCAR group chat about my North Wilkesboro thing. I've been doing 100% length. I'm gonna quick sidebar on the North Wilkesboro thing. I do
Yes.
100% length races. The North Wilkesboro is 100 laps,
Hmm.
maybe 200 laps.
Yes.
It's 100 laps. I took the lead from William Sawalich on around lap 88. No, it was 150 laps.
Uh-huh.
That might have been 200. I think it was 200. Let's
Either
say it's
way,
200. Either
we
way,
won't hold you to
I
it.
took the lead from him on lap 88. It was 200 because I know the lap counts. I took the lead from him on lap 88, led the whole rest of the race. It went green flag the whole way. Last pit stop, or the only pit stop, I took two tires because I'm like, I'm so far ahead. I want to lap William Sawalich so that way if something happens, I have a buffer. Took two tires. Everything was fine. I was coming around to lap William Sawalich. Isabella Robusto in P8 stomps on the brakes on the apex of the corner. I hit her in the rear and I spin out. Sawalich goes past me, gets his lap back. Key part also, uh, Butterbean drove by me also and got one of his laps back. So now he was just one lap down instead of two laps down. I had the whole field a lap down.
Wow.
Um, so I spin out, caution comes out. I don't pit because I'm in the lead, right? I
Flat
should have
spots don't
pitted.
exist.
I should have pitted. Looking back
Right.
now, actually, no, I would have started in the rear. Um, but so I this is with five to go, by the way, that Isabella
Yeah.
does this. It's lap 195. Um, caution, restart with like two to go. I swatch on the outside, I'm on the inside. I have no grip. We go in the corner. I wash up. I carried a lot more speed than I should have. Washed up, hit Swallow, spun him out. Caution comes out. Butterbean gets another lap back. Right. Restart again. This time it's overtime. Again, I have no grip. Go in the corner. Both of them just blow my doors off like I'm standing still. I end up finishing third.
Yeah, the restart's a little bug still. I'm what was I? IRP sucks. That's the track that sucks.
Oh, I haven't been there.
IRP. I don't know if I've raced there with a perfect car yet, so maybe I'll figure it out. So the thing with
Well,
just
I
in
gotta get
general
in
NASCAR
Bristol.
25 is that we got a few like quick patches like every couple of days.
Yeah.
Now it's been radio silence. So I'm thinking there's going to be a big update with like everything fixed. Not
Yeah, because the
everything.
last news that we got was the November DLC.
Yeah. So I think that my hope is that that's what we're going to get.
So my um
But
gripe,
now it's out on Steam, so you've been able to play.
right. My gripe with Bristol, in the Heat games, dude, you couldn't touch me at Bristol. That was my track. Like I
Yeah.
threw that car into the corner on the inside, washed all the way up to the wall, came right back down to the exit, diamond the heck out of it. Right. I was fast, fast AI. And if I needed to, I could run high, I could run low. Like, in Arca, at least, because I haven't done anything else. I've only done career mode really. Um, you can only run at least for me, I can only run the high line at Bristol. I tried running the bottom. Car doesn't
I do a
turn.
little
I've
swoop
tried
action.
I've tried doing the diamond. It won't turn. Like I can carry zero speed in corner entry unless I go on the high line, and I hate it.
The thing I will say, Bristol races so well side by side.
It does, but no, I don't. I don't race well at Bristol.
I might be better. But I'm trying to think. I will what I think the best tracks in the game.
I also don't use any
Kansas.
assists, and I've turned on assists for Lime Rock, and I still suck bad.
Lime Rock's the worst
It's
track in
so
the
bad.
game. It's so bad.
I hate Lime Rock.
It's terrible.
I could never even figure out an
But
iRacing.
Kansas, best game, best track in the game. That in Vegas, I'm not even gonna put them 1-2. I think they kind of just they race
They're
very
the same
similarly.
track.
What else? What would you put? Road
Um,
courses could use some work in the game. I don't really know what's wrong with them, but maybe
the
I
road
know what's
course
wrong with them.
racing, because the biggest problem they have is the
Yeah.
AI. Best track in the
They're able
game.
they have a shorter turn. Like you can't really in a hairpin they don't the Roval hairpin I've noticed when I'm racing there in trucks is the cars have such a easier time
I've
turning in the corner than me.
I've noticed a little bug.
Oh.
I started a championship season driving as Jimmy Johnson. I was in the practice session and I decided to screw around and mess around and go, in the infield. If you're at a super speedway, I don't know for other tracks, because I'm doing 100% races on the championship mode too. But if at least on the super speedways, I think it's with the I don't know if it's tuning or just like the way the car in the game is set up because it knows you're at a super speedway. Um, if you're at very, very low speed, like try it yourself. Go to Daytona,
Mhm.
stop, like go somewhere off the track in the infield, stop, and then turn the car all the way one way or the other, and then press the gas. You turn like almost 180 degrees instantly. But then once you get above like 10 miles an hour, the car doesn't turn worth anything. It turns like a super speedway car. It's
Mhm.
weird. It's
Right.
not like game breaking, It doesn't make the
Yeah, if
game
you're turned around, you're
unplayable.
doing something else wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're stopped at Daytona, you're doing something wrong. But
Yeah.
it was just weird to me. It kind of seems like those like really bad Roblox NASCAR games where they have the tank driving physics.
Yes.
Yeah, it was like that at low speed.
I'll tell you, speaking of my surgery, I had a PlayStation, but I didn't bring it home from college.
Oh
So
no.
that carried me through about a week of my surgery before
So your
the
surgery your surgery was while you were in college and then you came home after?
winter break. I got it over winter break.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. But those Roblox NASCAR games got me through
Oh,
my
okay.
surgery.
I was confused on why the surgery was getting brought up at
Because
this time.
I
But
was on my couch, all I had was my laptop.
see, I didn't realize you were referencing or referring to the Roblox games. That
Yes,
makes more
that's why
sense.
it came up. And we're talking about
Yeah,
surgery.
well,
Now we've
it's
officially come full circle.
yay. Get into more. So I think the biggest news, I'll save. Cup practice sessions are reportedly getting extended. So instead of being two 25-minute sessions, they're going to be one, as far as I know, one 50-minute session. I
Yes.
think that's good. I'd like to see it go back to like pre-COVID, you know, have an hour and a half, qualify, then happy hour, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I think track time is, you can't beat track time. You could do simulator work all day, but it's not going to be the same. Um, so there's been with the whole college truck deal. There's apparently a TV show coming out that's going to be centered around this competition that Calling is having.
Hmm.
Excuse me. Kind of like the old was it the Roush Gong shows back in the day where they had a bunch of like, for lack of a better word, kids come in and they do a race in the same equipment, and when whoever wins like gets a seat. Bunch of
I like
names have
it.
been mentioned. Landon Huffman, Minnie Tyrell, a few others that I can't remember off the top of my dome. Um, but Dana White is apparently hosting that.
That's surprising.
He was seen in
He
a
cares a lot about
Ram and
money.
colleague polo.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe
For
we'll
someone,
get I mean, we've already gotten NASCAR and WWE crossovers, but I don't know.
yeah,
Maybe they'll have a WWE match in the halftime show at Bowman Gray this year.
that would be funny.
That would be funny. It'd be ridiculously gimmicky, and I think the fans overall would hate it.
Someone get hit with a gas tank or a tire.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be
Braun
sick.
Strowman come out there with a Goodyear tire. You
He
know,
is no longer employed by the WWE.
really?
Yeah, he got released.
Is that what he has his cooking or his food show now?
Mhm. You
Everything on the
know,
menu. He was at um was it Summer Daytona he was at? He was there for one of the
he
races.
was employed by the WWE at that time.
Oh, was that what that was?
But you want to, so someone
Well,
had
because
the idea
he
for
was
that.
promoting his show that year or that race.
Was he? Oh, maybe he, no, he wasn't employed by,
He didn't have the
I
show
don't
till
know.
after he was unemployed, right?
I'll have to
Or not
check.
unemployed, but
I
a
think
topic
he's
for
under
later.
like some like special attraction contract.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. He was very injury prone. He had kind of an unfortunate career. I like the guy. He was cool. I mean, he was talented as a wrestler.
I
He
think,
just was plagued with injury because he was so big.
yeah, and the big guys usually are plagued with injuries just because, but I'm happy that he got a push, and I'm happy that his career pretty much ended off of that push or with the push. And so he got what, didn't he win a title off of it or like a couple titles? Or like one title like twice. I think he won the WWE title, didn't he?
Yeah, he had to have won it like probably around COVID time. See, the
Yeah.
thing is, the problem with big guys in WWE is that they're always going to be used for an underdog story.
Hmm.
They're put in such a box. Like
Well, but then
you're never
Braun
good.
became um like I don't know, let's say like Royal Rumble. These guys are in it. Oh God, here
Mhm.
comes, because he had a nickname. Was it just the big man or the monster or
Monster among men.
monster among men? That's what his nickname was when he was getting that push. So it was
Mhm.
like, if the monster among men comes out, back it up. You're not winning.
Pat
He was kind
McAfee
of
had
in the opposite
a,
of that.
a moment in in the Royal Rumble. He entered, and the people in the ring, it was like Omos, Braun Strowman, and someone else. And he walked in, looked at the three guys, and walked right back out. Which sucks because he wasted a spot, but it was funny. I like funny wrestling. But like I was saying,
Yeah.
the problem with like big men in wrestling is that they can never be like a good guy and be great
Yeah.
because they're always going to, like I said, they're always going to be used for an underdog story.
Unless you're the Undertaker.
But he wasn't even like that big of a guy.
He was
He
tall.
he was
He and
tall, but
Kane
he
were
wasn't
like,
like a big man.
yeah, he wasn't like
Like he could
the
go,
Big
he could
Show.
move.
He wasn't like the Big Show or Mark Henry.
It's not like he was a immovable object
Yeah. Well,
unless he was a heel. He was portrayed as that.
yeah.
But
He was definitely like un he was an unstoppable force because you couldn't kill the
oh
guy. Like,
yeah,
he'd be on his back, he just, you know.
but yeah, that's true. He would do the sit up. But at WrestleMania, he was undefeated for a while. Oh my God, that whole run aged like milk. But
Really?
they had like 20 years of beautiful storytelling, and because of the fact that people wanted to beat him at WrestleMania, so then you'd get like heels wanting to beat him, and it never worked. And he was like everyone wanted him to win. But
Yeah.
to this day, I will die on the hill that Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 25 to end of an era Triple H versus Undertaker at WrestleMania 28 is the greatest long term story in wrestling history.
Yeah.
It is four of the greatest matches in
Well,
history.
and like wasn't the whole streak thing like didn't the Undertaker didn't Mark not want that? Like I'm pretty sure because there were times where like because he pretty much in the end when it kind of became the thing that it was, he was the one that determined who would break it because he's always been big on like giving new
I don't
talent
think so.
a window.
I
So
don't think that was his
when
call.
wasn't it was it Braun or was it not Braun? Was it Brock Lesnar or
Brock
was it
Lesnar.
Roman Reigns that beat him?
Roman Reigns beat him, but that was his second WrestleMania loss,
So that was
which was
after.
stupid.
Okay, so Brock Lesnar broke the streak.
I think the reason they gave Roman Reigns that win is because they realized that they should have waited, and Roman Reigns should have been the guy to break the streak.
Yeah, but
So they gave him another win.
I think that was before Roman Reigns became the character that he ended up being.
Yeah, yeah, the Shield was there at the time, but
Right. So
that was
and
before
so
Roman Reigns' like big dog era.
Mark was like, I want Brock Lesnar to beat me.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he did. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but
I
I'm pretty
don't
sure
I
he did.
don't I don't think so. I no, I maybe I'm thinking I don't think Brock Lesnar wanted to.
Yeah, yeah. Brock Lesnar didn't want to.
And I think it was just Vince McMahon because I can't imagine I'm sure Undertaker was a little indifferent about it. He said, "Oh, if that's what you think, I'll do it," because he was
No, I think Undertaker was like the one that brought it up because I mean that's why Undertaker's in NXT now because he's trying to be an advisor for like up and
yeah.
coming wrestlers because he's always been that way.
But
Like,
Brock Lesnar at the time was the biggest thing. He didn't need it.
did he?
Brock Lesnar debuted in 2002
Yeah.
or 2003, and he won the championship in like 6 months. He was the
I don't know.
youngest world champion.
It was just kind of I mean, looking back, it felt like Brock Lesnar wasn't really around a lot unless it was just to
So
like
he was in the WWE for
or like
like 3 or 4
in the
years.
span of
Then
when
he
he
went
won
to
the championship.
UFC and he came back in 2011, 2012 to attack John Cena. They had a big run, and from up until that point, Brock Lesnar was a beast. He was, I mean, he was a bona
Yeah, but
fide like
he
superstar.
was
He
just
didn't.
kind of like portrayed as like a mindless killer, right? And I think
I don't even.
because did he or did he not have Paul Heyman before he beat the Undertaker?
He had Paul Heyman. He was there.
Did he?
I think he had Paul Heyman in his first run too.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Because like I don't know. I think having having Paul Heyman obviously does you good as far as building an actual character.
Yes,
Um,
and Paul Heyman
but
does have a lot of pull backstage.
right. And I think I it might have been just like they're or maybe the Undertaker was trying to build the whole like this dude can kill everybody, because like nobody's beating the streak. Triple H, Shawn Michaels,
It should have
who
been Shawn
else?
Michaels.
Like
I'll die on that hill.
all these guys couldn't beat him, but you know this dude can. Then it's
Yeah.
kind of like, oh God, this is the guy that beat Undertaker.
hmm
You know,
You know, a funny,
and because I mean
not
Roman
funny.
Reigns, like yeah, he beat the Undertaker, but he was known for like the big dog thing,
Yeah. So
and then eventually the bloodline. Like he
it's a
didn't
shame
need
that
the win.
this whole Roman Reigns, like the Bloodline saga, didn't overlap slightly more. If it happened 10 years earlier, then we could have had this version of Roman Reigns beat the streak and it would have been electric. But
Yeah.
So John Cena had a match with Brock Lesnar a couple months after he Brock Lesnar broke the streak, and he beat the ever living crap out of John Cena and beat him in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was John Cena's idea
Yeah, I remember that. Right. I
because
like
he said
I know John
if they have a
Cena.
50-50 match, that just defeats the purpose of Brock Lesnar's beating the streak. But I still don't think I think it was Vince McMahon's idea. I don't think. I mean, at one point it had to come to an end anyway.
Yeah.
Actually, it didn't. It didn't have to. It didn't have to end.
No, I didn't have to. He could have retired with it.
He could have, and I think he should have. Um,
Because what?
if
He
you're looking
retired
at
after
people who
Roman
should
Reigns,
have
didn't
beaten
he?
it, a lot of newer upcoming guys like anyone in the Shield could have done it.
Yeah.
Um,
Didn't he
I mean,
retire after Roman Reigns beat him?
no, he had one more match with John Cena.
Did he?
He went from Brock Lesnar to Bray Wyatt to I think
Rest in
then
peace,
Roman
bro.
Reigns and then John Cena. But John Cena had like a 3 minute match with him. It wasn't great. That did you see the ending to that Roman Reigns match?
The Roman Reigns Undertaker match?
Yeah, it was so sad.
I remember watching it live, but I don't remember anything from it.
Yeah, the ending was like Undertaker looked lost and Roman Reigns like hit him with two spears and then that was it.
Yeah, I do remember that because I was always a huge Undertaker fan, and me and at like what 14 years old, sitting there like,
I so, so I used to watch the pay-per-views at my friend's house and then I would have to leave before it was over because I would be late and I had school the next day.
oh,
Because they were on Sundays.
hmm,
And then my friend found me in the hallway and he's like, Brock Lesnar beat The Undertaker. And I was like, no, you're kidding. He didn't beat The Undertaker. And we were like middle school. We were like seventh grade. I'm like, no, you're
yeah,
lying. He didn't beat him. And he's like, yeah, he did. And I like pulled out my iPod Touch and looked it up. He's like, oh my God, he did. It was crazy. Or maybe I like went to the school computer.
yeah. It's
It was,
been a long episode.
it has, unfortunately, just like Undertaker's streak, this has to end sometime.
This does have to come to an end.
I feel like
Um,
dropping some WWE knowledge for people who think we don't have it. Not that
we've dropped a
that
lot of knowledge.
I don't think people are watching this like they don't know wrestling. I don't think that's something people would
These
say.
guys don't know superheroes. They don't know they're
They'd be true on that.
Batman
I
from
don't. I
Batman's.
Batman's like that's a valid point, a valid criticism, but I don't think people watch a NASCAR podcast and be like, "I bet you they don't know basketball."
Yeah, right,
Probably not.
right.
No hockey.
That's not why we're here.
But
Um,
anyway, that
we've
was
got a couple good things planned. I won't get
we
into
do.
it too
We have
much.
our first guest.
First, like guest.
First guest.
First, we don't know the guy kind of guest. I guess
I know the
for
guy. Someone I've been following for a
well,
while
we
now.
don't know the guy like personally,
I've followed him since his follower count has 10x since I started following him. Even more than that. Might have been
but
20x.
the first guy on the podcast that we don't know personally.
Right. Colby was the first guest. Shout out Colby.
Colby, yeah, Colby was a friend of
Gotta
mine.
bring him back on.
Yeah, that's another thing. We might
Lots of ideas
have,
cooking up, and we're not
yeah,
gonna spoil them right now.
we have big things planned. I don't know if
Big things, small things, anything in between things.
Dante, if you're watching or listening to this right now, this is a warning. You might get a text from me. Ask for a favor. Um, that is as far as I'll go with that. Listen to On the Road with Dante Carter. This is not a paid sponsorship. I don't think
Oh,
he has a platform to pay for ads. Small podcast, but hey,
all right.
what is it? Small
I'll
businesses
expect the
supporting small
Venmo.
businesses. Yeah, right. Was it small businesses supporting small businesses?
Something
Except
like
we're a
that.
podcast, not a business.
Some
Yeah.
COVID-19 pandemic thing.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Hopefully big things cooking, turkeys in the
yeah,
oven.
I'll put
Speaking
my
of,
Venmo right there.
Thanksgiving is next week, next Thursday.
We might have a Turkey Day episode.
We might have an episode after Thanksgiving. So if that is the case, um, I'm gonna go ahead and say it now. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I hope you
I'm
have a
thankful
great
for
time.
everyone who listens week in and week out.
I'm also thankful for everyone.
What are three things you're thankful for? I'm
I'm
pulling.
thank
Speaking of, hold on, wait a minute. Speaking of WWE ball knowledge, I'm taking a page out of Chris Van Vliet's book. Great guy, met him. Is such a nice guy. But what are three things you're grateful for?
like now I'm worried about the context. Are we like actually are we still getting sentimental with this?
Yeah, we'll get sentimental. Like,
All
no,
right, all
this isn't
right.
a bit anymore.
Okay. I'm
He ends all of his
thankful.
interviews that way. And if this gets clipped and he sees it, what's up? Big fan. I posted a
Hey,
picture with you on my Instagram once
I
and you
met
liked it.
you. Yeah. I'm thankful for my family, the whole
Hmm.
family. I can't narrow it down to one person, the whole family. I'm gonna see them next week.
Nice.
So I might be in a different setting for the next episode. We shall
Wow,
see.
look at that.
Yeah. Um, Thankful for my family. That's number one. Uh, I don't know how to narrow it down to three things, man. Um, God, I
No
don't
one's
want to
gonna
be
be offended
stupid
at
and be
you.
like thankful for my friends, but like I have
You
so
could do
many
that.
different, I have so many, yeah, I mean, I have so many different kinds of friends. Like I have you, you're my co-host. I've known you for what, like 5 years now?
Oh, well, longer than that, like eight.
Is it?
We'll
I
figure it
forget.
out.
I forget when we met in that Discord.
We'll figure it out.
Um, I've known you for a while. I live with the mechanic. He just did my oil change yesterday. Shout out Tyrell. He re well, yeah. Well, no, what not him. My other mechanic friend, Jaquan, replaced my water pump last weekend, this past weekend. Shout out
Nice.
Jaquan. Um, I've got good friends in good places. Dante has the podcast. Again, might be asking him a favor. Help pull a couple strings if I don't hear something back. And the third thing that I'm thankful for, um, I don't know. I was gonna say like some crap about like something my parents instilled in me, but that just goes back to family. Because like I wouldn't have the things that I have if it weren't for my parents teaching me like responsibility and stuff like that. But that's back to them.
Yeah,
I guess I'd be thankful for NASCAR
you
existing
could do that. You could say the lessons you
because
learned along the way.
maybe the real thing I'm thankful for is the friends I made along the way.
I wasn't even
Uh,
saying that for that reason. I was just like, it's a
yeah, I
valid
mean,
thing.
honestly, I think if I had something, if I had third thing to be thankful for, if I had to generalize it so heavily, it would be NASCAR because otherwise we wouldn't have a platform for this podcast
Right.
or like I guess a basis for the podcast.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have become the friends that we did because we met
That
in a
NASCAR.
political discord.
Hmm.
Um, God, never again, honestly.
Honestly,
Um,
you know what? That's not even like a sad thing to say. It was like a discussion thing. It was
yeah,
we
no,
both
it was
followed
a
an
great
account.
thing, but I don't do politics anymore.
Yeah, it wasn't like a
I
certain way. It was just a discussion based kind of
And
thing. It
we
was
we
cool. It was
tried
a
to get
cool
it
thing.
not to be a certain way. It was cool, but I just can't, dude. I don't have the mental energy to keep up with that crap anymore. It's
Politics are a
so
mess.
divisive nowadays. It's such a mess. But no, if it wasn't for NASCAR, me and
But
you
yeah,
wouldn't have
good
met.
things. Yeah.
I wouldn't have met one of my actually, well, I wouldn't have met one of my other roommates, but both of my roommates and me are big NASCAR guys. That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Um,
You could say NASCAR is a good one.
yeah. What are three things you're thankful for, Scott?
I mean, I'm gonna copy you for a couple of them. Uh, Obviously my family and friends. Some of them listen, some of them support. Uh, at first I was like, oh, I don't really know if I want my friends to see this. And one of my friends followed it. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll text him. Like, thanks for the thing. He's like, you know what? I gotta support it because we've had conversations, and we're like, you know what? We should do stuff like this because like if we want to break into the media space, you gotta put yourself out there. And you know
Right.
what? I have a supportive family in this. Like I told them I was coming up to record, and they're like, "Oh, go do your thing," and they want to listen. Friends, they're all supportive. I have a tight circle that grateful for all of them.
There
Um,
you go.
you know what? I'm gonna get a little specific.
Go
Um,
for it.
in the past couple of weeks, we had a few TikToks that, like, I'm not gonna say went viral,
Blew
but
up a little bit.
like I think 60,000 views and then 30,000 views.
They
Not
inflated.
bad,
They didn't
but
quite. Maybe they
I'm
didn't
not.
pop, but the balloons inflated.
I'm not going to say I am grateful for the views. I'm grateful for the fact that I was able to connect with so many people through those TikToks and talk about NASCAR.
There you go. There's
I
a good
got a bunch of
diplomatic
different
answer.
perspectives. No, that's a legitimate answer. Like I text you, I'm like, dude,
No, yeah.
I'm replying to all these comments. I'm having a great time. Like
No, yeah, I'm just
I'm
messing with
grateful
you.
that I was able to not not like catch lightning in a bottle with a couple videos and like reach
A lot of
probably
people.
hundreds of thousands of people. Not everyone liked it, but knowing that um oh wait, no, the views aren't the likes. The likes were only like 8,000. I'm stupid. So I mean, probably 100,000 people total
Yeah,
if we add up the views. Like that's insane to think about. We
right.
have we have 60 followers.
I'm also really glad that you're handling the social media because I don't have the time or the mental energy to keep up
I
with the
like
social
it.
media.
I've
I'm
I
really
mean
glad that you're handling that.
we've had two hate comments ever and overwhelmingly supportive. And I don't know. I think I never like vocalized it to anyone, but if you picture 100,000 people, that's overflow in like a football
That's
stadium
yeah,
and
that's
floor
like
seats.
what Michigan Stadium, Ohio. That's the Ohio State Stadium.
Like
I mean, Sanford Stadium, my favorite team, Georgia, their capacity is 93K. Dude, like a seat, or not a seat, crowd of 5,000 is like a high school auditorium. Like that's a lot of
yeah,
people.
like I am thankful that something I created reached so many people.
Yeah,
And it's like like putting it like into words, it's insane to think if I stood in the middle of 100,000 person crowd, like I can't even visualize it.
right,
It's so I'm grateful that I was able to create something that so many people saw and so many people either liked or disliked. It doesn't even matter. It got people talking. And like I had a lot of conversations with people in the comments of those videos that I posted. And it, I don't know. I'm not getting emotional here, but like, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm not going
yeah.
to keep harping on it, but like, it
It's
was wild. Like I just saw the
it's
views going up and like that every single one of those people were someone else. Like it wasn't just a number. Like that's the first time I ever had something go semi-viral and like thinking about that there's like a person behind each one of those views.
it's a surreal experience when you sit down and it puts everything into perspective. You're like, that's a
Yeah.
lot of people. Like when you,
Yeah.
if you think, you know, there's 100,000 people in a football stadium,
Hmm.
and the two of us are on the logo, and we're having a conversation with each other,
Hmm.
and everyone in that stadium is tuned into our conversation.
Right. It's
Like that is crazy.
it's surreal.
That's a
And
wild experience.
I know. And yeah, that's the second thing. The fact that I was able we I mean, I know it was like it wasn't a clip of the podcast. It was just a specific TikTok that I made, but it was something that me and you created that just
Right.
reached so
Yeah.
many people. And it's I don't know, it's sentimental, it's emotional, but like putting it into words, it's only going up about like how crazy it is to me.
And because like to go into sort of the origin story of this podcast, we've had this idea for years.
Yeah.
Like I've wanted to do a podcast about like NASCAR and the stats of it all because I'm a big stats nerd.
Hmm.
I wanted to do a NASCAR like statistical podcast for probably 4 years. I've had the spreadsheet that I use for
Hmm.
like 6.5 years now.
Yeah.
Maybe six. Or no, I might be working on 7 now. I've had it for a long time and I've been working on it
Yeah.
continuously. And I've wanted this podcast, met you, and I was like, hey, we could do this podcast. We both have like intricate autistic levels of knowledge about this one thing. Like, I think we could have a podcast and be successful.
Yeah.
And then one day, randomly, we got serious about it, bought the equipment, got
Yeah.
a logo. Shout out Greg for the logo.
Yeah.
Another reason to be thankful for my friends.
Yeah.
Um, we got business Zoom, we got a new email, we all these things, and
Putting some
now,
money down on a few things, but I think it's all worth it.
yeah,
You know
and we
what?
may not get the money back, but it's not about the money. Like I've been seeing we use RSS.com as our like platform publisher, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it. And there's a section on there where you can have ads. And I'm very hesitant to put ads in there because I really don't want to um like I guess spoil the viewer's experience by they're watching this and middle of the video or whatever, it's just an ad for something. Like, because then
Yeah.
it breaks the whole train of thought. If you're working and have it on in the background, it might break your concentration. I don't want that. And that seems like I'm taking away from the overall experience. And that's not what I want to do. So I've seen that
Yeah.
button. I'm like, yeah, we could make money off of it, but I don't really want to do that to the
I
people at
can't
home.
imagine people would blame us for wanting to try to make some money doing this because it's something we enjoy. And you know what they say, do something you enjoy, you'll never work a day in your life. But I see
Yeah,
where you're coming from. It's, you
but
know what, we'll
it's
cross that bridge when we get to it.
for sure. And it's
It's not
I've
a
just
it's not anything we need to worry about now because we're not going to make money doing this. We
yeah,
enjoy.
like my key point with this is the monetization is not why I'm doing this.
No,
If it was, I would have put the ads in before we published the first episode.
that would have been wild. 10-minute ad break before we started. But you know what? My
Right.
third thing, let me finish my list. I'm
Go
grateful
for
for
it.
you for wanting to do this.
Aw,
I could say my girlfriend. She knows I'm grateful for her. But I'm gonna say
you're
you
making me blush.
because you know what? No, I like a little bit of a bit, but not really. We've had like so many conflicting ideas on this thing, and it's things that could have caused arguments, I think, but
Mhm.
it hasn't because we were able to like communicate and like talk to each other and like create something that has a little bit of both. And obviously, there's still some kinks we need to work out, but
Yeah.
we both had some completely different ideas of how to do this, and it's worked out so far. And it's things that I think both of us could have gotten annoyed about, could have gotten mad. I don't know if maybe you kept it to yourself and you hate me, but but I think it's overall been a
You'll
lot of
never
fun.
know how I truly feel. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. This is gonna be like a Beatles situation where everyone hates Yoko Ono, but they never tell their buddy about it, and then it comes
Right.
to blows, and then one of us gets assassinated for our political message. Speaking of gratefulness, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
I'm grateful for this guy too,
Grateful
Zach,
for good old Zach.
the Zach
Zach
mug,
Mug episode. Zach Mug 2. That's not even the
Zach
title of the episode. The
Electric
title of the episode.
Boogaloo.
The title of the
My
episode
girlfriend
might be
did make
something to do with.
this.
It might be. You know what? I think the title. I'm going to say it now. The title is probably going to be Batmen versus Batmans, and we're just going to let the viewers figure out what the context of that is by listening to the episode.
Batman
If you
4.
made if you've made it this far, we appreciate you. If you've skipped this far, you suck. Go back and watch everything else, and then come
Hmm.
back, and then we can appreciate you.
And that is the fourth thing that both of us are grateful for, the people watching or listening,
Yes,
wherever you
that
may
is
listen to it.
absolutely. I can't put into words how thrilled I am and have been that an idea that we've had for what, like 4 years now,
Yeah.
maybe more, has reached so many people, whether they've liked it or not. It's just the fact that so many people have seen it. I've always been a big person of like, I want, I guess you'd call it validation. I like when other people are proud of things that I do. Like,
Yeah.
um, probably all of my exes will tell you, like if I build a Lego set, I'm always like, "Hey, look what I did. Aren't you so proud of me? Isn't that so cool?" And so to have this and have it on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube and
Hmm.
Facebook and wherever else, and all these people are seeing it, it's just like, wow, like these people are here in this space because we've done this.
Yeah. That's why I've never gotten discouraged if a video doesn't do well. And you know what? I'll be honest, sometimes I delete a TikTok and repost it because I think it should do a little bit better because I'm proud of it and I think it's funny and I want it to reach more people. But I'm not doing that because the numbers aren't great.
Yeah,
I'm doing it because I want more people to see it, which I
right.
guess is trying to increase the views, but you see where I'm coming from.
It's not about the likes, it's about the views.
No, not even. I like the comments more because I like talking to people. Like if I'd rather have
I just mean you don't get comments if you don't have views.
yeah, I just I want people to see what I want people to share our passion for what we do. That's why
Right.
like I got a little emotional talking about the fact that something I did reached 100,000 people.
Yeah.
Like it's surreal. So I would rather have a video get 100 views, two likes, and one comment than like a million views and no comments.
Yeah.
I like talking to people about this. Like I've had my mind changed on so many things already through comments of our videos. Um, one person said our podcast equipment should be more expensive. And you know what?
I think he was
I
saying that about my webcam, and I'm like, if it, brother man that said that, or sister woman, or other,
mhm,
whatever you want to be, if you're watching this right now at this moment, and you're the guy that said that the podcast equipment should be more expensive, hang on, let me get a little bit closer. Oh
mhm.
no, Zane Smith, I'm gonna ask you again. You buying? We're working with what we got, man. Hands we've
Yeah,
been dealt.
well, I don't think he was saying that your webcam quality was bad. I think he was just saying we shouldn't do this. I think he
I
was
don't know.
saying that,
To be fair, my webcam quality is pretty bad, and it was before I changed the batteries and the lights. So it was really bad because I had very dim lights.
doesn't matter. You know what?
Ah,
That was one. You know what? I will say we got a few negative comments on that Denny Hamlin video.
but that's because it
So
was Denny Hamlin.
I, I'll wrap up the podcast with this.
Sure.
Reading comprehension is not the strongest suit, not the strongest in the NASCAR community.
Right.
As much as I love our fans is in like NASCAR fans, not our
Yeah,
fans.
yeah,
We have
yeah,
about three of them, and two of them are related to me.
yeah.
Um,
Right. The third is my
um,
roommate.
I made I made four videos before the championship four. It said why so and so will win slash lose the NASCAR Cup Series championship.
Yeah.
And I talked about this before when I was in the middle of making them. Those are the two videos that got 60 and 40,000 views. They were the two biggest videos. Denny Hamlin one was the biggest, Kyle Larson was second biggest. So I played devil's advocate for everyone. I
Mhm.
thought of why I think they could win and why they can't win. I don't think that's a crazy idea, right? It made
Yeah.
sense. And then oh my God, so many people were like, "Oh, this didn't age well." Like, brother, I didn't.
Yeah, it's not like why I don't
I,
want them
I
to win
gave
or
both.
why I
I gave
do.
both arguments.
Yeah. That's like saying the Kyle Larson one didn't age well because you said why he wouldn't win. It's like, no,
Yeah,
both sides.
like um, and like people commented like, "Oh, I'm surprised you didn't use this or that," or "I disagree." I'm like, "Oh, you know what? Okay, that's cool." And that's I respond to so many comments. I didn't get to respond to all of them because we had like a few thousand. I think I wasn't able to get to all of
Wow.
them or a
I
few
haven't checked the
hundred.
TikTok in a few days.
I always get the alert that you check it. It's like, "Oh, Chipper uh viewed your TikTok page," but
Yeah, every now and then I go and search, all right, bump and runners, go to the thing. All right, oh, this one's
mhm,
doing well. Let's see what's going on in the
yeah,
comments.
but yeah, everyone's like, "Oh, this didn't age well. Denny Hamlin lost." I'm like, Denny? Like, I felt bad for the guy because I've had the amount of like Denny Hamlin hate on that video.
Right. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much
We
for
are thankful
listening.
for you all.
We are thankful for you all. If there's not a video or an episode, sorry, between now and next Thursday, happy Thanksgiving to you all.
If
Enjoy
there
time
is,
with
it'll
your
be the
families.
Thanksgiving special,
It will, yes. If you're
and I'll
going to
wear a
see your
funky turkey
family,
hat.
if you're going to see your family, enjoy time with your family. If you unfortunately don't have family to spend time with, or if you can't spend time with your family that you do have, um, I don't know how to address that now that I brought
Watch
it
our
up.
podcast, and you'll never be alone.
Yeah. Uh, I we feel for those that are less fortunate in the family slash time aspects of life. It's a very big holiday around those two things. It's very easy to feel left out. It's not the end of the world, you know. It's find something that you're thankful for, write it down, say it out loud, or just think in your head. Um, it's just Thanksgiving at the end of the day. It's a holiday that's meant to make you reflect on things that have gotten you to where you are in life. And if you're alive, that is all that matters. You're doing better than a whole hell of a lot of people. Um, we appreciate all of you that are still there. I'm a big advocate for suicide awareness. A little personal. I had an older brother they killed himself. So I am always of the mindset of no life is worth taking itself. Um, so we are thankful that you're here. We are thankful. Even if you're even if you don't watch the podcast, maybe you watch the clips, we're thankful that you're here on Earth, you're alive. That's a lot more than other people can say. So keep going. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Bump and Runners podcast. Follow us wherever you get your podcasts. Listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Like us on Facebook. Not Facebook. Well, you can. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're gonna try to. I'd love to try to go live for a couple races next year and do some like live watch alongs.
Oh,
Be
100%.
fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
Follow us on Instagram so we can get to 1,000 followers. Because once we get to 1,000 followers, we can go live there too.
Yeah.
PSA, follow the Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Hopefully, things might change. It's Thanksgiving. Might see you the week after. Either
Who
way,
knows?
enjoy the holiday. Um, enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the first half or all of next week. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.